All right, welcome back guys. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to talk about a couple of things that you should really know and consider before you sign up to any bootcamp. When I started my career change journey around 2.5 years ago, I had the option of signing up to a bootcamp or just doing things on my own. And while I was almost 100% broke and I had to do things on my own, I still want to explain what I think about taking the option of going for a boot camp is like. And I don't think that's a bad option to say, but I think there's a couple of things that you need to consider and keep in mind before you actually go down that route. My name is Mahmoud. This channel is all about career change and web development in general. Let's get into it. Make no mistake, your career shift journey can be very overwhelming and it can be a really long journey where you start and in the middle of it, you just feel like you've no idea what you're doing. You've no idea if you're gonna make it to the other side or not, let alone if you're actually trying to do this while sustaining a full-time job, supporting a family or doing anything else. So this can be a very stressful part of your life. At the same time, when somebody comes around and says, here it is, give me 15K or give me however amount of money, and I'm gonna give you the guarantee to you that you're going to be successful in this journey, a lot of people say, yes, shut up and take my money. However, when you think about it, bootcamps offer four main important things. One, they offer learning structure. Two, they offer networking. Three, they offer the promise of a job. And four, and to me the most important factor, is that they take off the responsibility from your shoulder. They basically do what I would call outsourcing of responsibility. Let's dig into all of these one by one and discuss them. The first one is learning structure. Again, make no mistake, your career shift can be a very overwhelming process. You will be stuck in the beginning, have no idea where to start, and during the middle, you have no idea how much progress you've made towards making that portfolio or towards getting that first job. This is a very stressful process that I have been through and a lot of people are going through at the moment. So what happens is bootcamps will tell you, we know exactly what you should study. You should study this first, and then this, and then this, and then this. Here it is, take this course and take this course and take this course and take that course. And while having that structure is really good, I really seriously doubt that it's worth the amount of money that these guys are charging for it. So they can be charging something between 10K up to 15K and even more for just giving you that value of the learning structure. The fact is, right now you can get that learning structure from sources online far cheaper, and you can have that learning structure almost for free, or for some places you can pay like 30 or 90 or even $50 a month. You can still get the same track or route, and you can still know what you're doing, what you've learned now, and what you should learn in the second step. So yes, they do offer you the learning structure where somebody will tell you this is what you should study, and next you can study this, and then third you study this, and so on. But is it really worth all that money? I doubt it. But yes, they do offer that. Do you really need to get that learning structure from them? I also very much doubt it. But yeah, that's the first one. They offer you learning structure. Second point bootcamps offer is networking. They always make these promises that they are going to make you network with people who are from the industry. You're going to get to know other people who are working in the same field, and this is how you can easily get a job. This is how you can start your network, and this is how you can kind of like get acclimated with how work is like. I agree. Networking is extremely important, especially for that first job. And getting to that first job is not an easy task, and networking can help you quite a lot. And it is true, if that boot camp is in like a very tech-oriented place where they can give you access to someone who works at Twitter or someone who works at Facebook or one of the FANGs or whatever, this is a really good opportunity for you to network. But many times those networking that they claim that they will give you access to, they are networks of like small companies or people who will not be really interested into helping you. So I would actually really question if that's the only way for you to network. The way I have got my second job was to go through a Vue meetup here in Sydney, and at the end of the meetup, a guy just walked onto the stage and said, "I work for this company. We are recruiting front-end developers. If you guys are interested, let me know." And while at that moment in time, and even until today, I don't know any of you, but I showed up. I went to that meetup and I was trying to network to get my resume across to people. And I met him and I introduced myself. I gave him my resume, and almost like 10 months later, when I was following up with him, he told me that they are actually open now, and I still work with him. He's an awesome guy. The company is beautiful, and I'm very, very happy to have taken that opportunity. So yes, networking is very, very important, but can you do it without a bootcamp? 100% guaranteed that you can. You can go to your local meetup group. You can go to your local maker space and then look for talks there and then mingle around with people. The fact is, you can do a lot of things on your own, but just maybe you don't know it yet. The third thing that those bootcamps really, really offer is the promise of a job. Now, a promise of a job is nothing but that, a promise of a job. And you can see a lot of stories online where someone has paid a lot of money for a bootcamp, was given that promise of that job, but never really landed the job for 3, 4, 5, and 6 months after finishing the bootcamp. And that is the reality. A promise of a job is nothing but a promise of getting that job. From my experience, and I think that really makes sense, if you keep floating your resume to different companies and it's not working, you're not getting any callbacks, you're not getting any interviews, you really need to take a look at that resume. You really need to take a hard look at the progress that you've made, the projects that you are able to do right now, and think critically, are you at that level yet where companies are actually willing to take a chance on you? From my experience, at least here in Sydney, the tech scene is always hot, almost always hot. They're always looking for new developers. And as someone who is recruiting for his team right now, if you find a good junior, you are in luck, because these good juniors are not really commonplace. They're really hard to find. So yes, they do offer you that promise of finding that job, but you cannot fulfill that promise if you're not good enough. That's just the truth. They're not going to force any company to take you. And if you are applying, whether you've learned on your own, if you've taken that bootcamp and you're not getting any callbacks, you're not getting any interviews, you really need to take a look at the skill set that you have developed and ask yourself critically, are these enough for me to land my first job? And it's extremely important to be self-aware here and to understand that sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes you still need to learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for you to be able to do that. Sometimes you need to provide a specific level of projects in your resume before you can land that first job. So yes, they offer a promise, but it's nothing but that, a promise. The fourth and the most important thing that the bootcamp offers is that they outsource the responsibility of your career shift journey from your side to theirs. And this is the most important point that I would like to make in this video. You really need to think critically. Why are you signing up for a bootcamp? Are you signing up to just say, okay, I'm doing all I can now, I just need to blindly follow them and they will get me to where I want to get? Are you trying to outsource that responsibility to just say, okay, they know what they're doing, I will just blindly follow, and then be disappointed at the end when whatever they say will work just simply did not work? You really need to ask yourself these questions, because I think that's exactly what happens in most cases. What I would suggest is that for you to understand that there is a lot of uncertainty in your career change process. There will be a lot of times where you're going to doubt yourself, a lot of times that are going to be really, really tough on you and the people around you if you are supporting the people around you. And that is absolutely fine. And I think the solution to this is not to just outsource the responsibility of that to someone else, to another institution, or to whatever. It's just to own it and make sure that you are on top of things, doing the best that you can. So that when the rejection happens, when you keep applying for jobs and you're never getting anywhere, because you're not waiting for someone to be blamed, because you have not been expecting anything from the workforce or from the market, what you will find yourself doing very naturally, just looking at your resume and wondering what exactly is wrong, because that is going to be the first natural assumption after like the 10th application when you never get a callback. But if you are just blindly following a bootcamp and you never get any job offers or any callbacks after your graduation, the first thing you will do is basically just blame that bootcamp. And I don't blame you. They just took $10,000 or even more of your own money and they didn't deliver on their promises. But right now, before you start this journey, ask yourself critically, are you just doing this to outsource the responsibility to someone else. And is that the right thing to do, or you should just own up and face the uncertainty and the responsibility of doing this career shift, which is going to be one of the best things that you're going to do in your own life. That's it. That's all I have to say for today. Thank you so much, guys, for listening, and subscribe and like this video and let me know what you think. Should you really sign up for a bootcamp? What are your experiences with bootcamps? Are you a self-taught developer? Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll be very interactive with all the comments. Thank you very much. I'll catch you in the next one.